Yeah, we won week 1, and I think that was, I want to say it was like the first time in 10 years we started 1-0 or something like that. It was a long time.
The Railers line up. Linares waiting for the snap. Cannon takes the step. Here's the handoff. That's a touchdown. That's a touchdown. That's a touchdown, Lincoln Rail Splitters. There you go. On the board. 4 minutes, 29 seconds left to play here in this third quarter, and Lincoln gets on the board. 6 points. The PAT coming, and Coach, I said it to start this game. If you're close, good things can happen. A fumble and a drive and a touchdown.
They ran the same play 2 times in a row, and the same opening was there, and Cannon ran into it both times in that time for the 6 points.
Alex Bodonic, the man who won the game against Landfield last year. The snap, it's down. The kick, it's up. They're going to call that good. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm extremely happy to be able to say this. Lincoln leads.
Yeah, we won on the last play of the game. Colton Holiday caught a pass from Drain Posgay on the last play of the game. I think that was their homecoming as well.
Ball at the 5, third, and the ball game.
This is the play, last one.
25-20, Charleston leads it. Posgay out of the gun. He's got it. He's going to throw. Jump ball.
He's got it!
Touchdown, Rail Splitters. Another Rail Splitter touchdown brought to you by Chris Coyne, State Farm Insurance. Lincoln leads at 26-25, and there's goose eggs on the board.
That's the game.
Yeah, that was an overtime. We went to overtime that night. They got the ball first, scored, kicked the PAT. We scored on our very first play. Alex Bodonic scored on a belly play, ISO there, and then Jaden Paulus caught a game-winning 2-point conversion.
Here we go. Spurgeon out of his I formation will come up under center in the overtime, and now he wants to throw. Rolls out to his right. It's complete, and he's in for the touchdown. Here's the snap, the boot, and it's through the uprights, so that makes it 28-21. Posgay out of the gun. 2 receivers here to the near side, none to the far side of the field. Posgay's got it. Gives Bogdanic. Bogdanic on the right side. He's got a touchdown. It's all or nothing right here, Coach.
Yeah, I like the decision because Mattoon doesn't have too much trouble scoring from 10 yards out, and so you go for a chance to win it right here.
Here we go. Here's the snap. Posgay's got it, and they want him to throw. He throws it.
Yes!
2-point conversion. It's over. Polis caught it in the end zone. Jaden Polis caught it. Unbelievable. Unreal. Unbelievable. Polis caught it in the end zone, and Lincoln wins it 29-28.
Mattoon, that was awesome. I remember we were down big, and then we were down a little bit, down a couple scores, and we were up a couple scores, and then they scored late, got an onside kick, scored again, then tried an onside kick, and we recovered it. But they went for 2 for the win. I was like, oh man, like they're trying to get us back from 19. That was an interesting one. That was cool. I remember we only called 3 pass plays that game too. Mm-hmm. We scored 35 points and called 3 pass plays. We ran the ball very well that night.
He's got 27 seconds on the play clock. 21 seconds. Third. Here it is. He wants to throw. Now he wants. Good pressure. Missed him. Sideline touchdown. 6 points. Mattoon. 35-34. Here we go. This is the play for the game right here. 35-34 with Mattoon going for the 2-point conversion.
They put the ball on the left hash mark, so they got room to roll to the right. Here's what he might want to do.
Jackson Spurgeon waits for the snap from his brother. He's got it. Rolls out to his right. Is he going to keep it or throw? Throws. Incomplete.
Short, all right.
Threw it short.
All right.
All right, Coach.
No penalties.
16.6. He threw it short.
No
That's a
penalty.
hard play for a quarterback, running as hard as he can to his right side, trying to unload it in the end zone.
Yeah, and he tried kind of throwing back a little bit, and he threw it low, and the receiver kind of went down, and ball kind of skipped to him, it looked like, from here.
But yeah, that was the one we wore the first time we wore the red jersey. Was that night? Yeah, that was in the mud, and yeah, that was fun.
Here comes Stevens into the huddle. He's got the coach play from Matt Silkowski. Gabe Smith splits wide to the right. Colby Glenn here to the near side.
Oh.
And here's the pass. Colby Glenn along the sideline. Touchdown, Lincoln. Colby Glenn takes it in for the Rail Splitters. Colby Glenn wears the number 8. He's a junior, 5'11", 160, and they're dancing in the end zone.
That pass was Keon Carson took the handoff from Stevens, and then he ran to the left and then threw the ball. And Glenn was open and took it all the way to the touchdown.
Nice pass by Keon Carson, and that'll make it 50-12 in favor of the Rail Splitters.
That Charleston win, winning 14-6, that was really big. That's one of my favorite ones because in the spring when we played, like they just totally destroyed us. And for us to come back 4 months later, and to win that game, that was huge. Like that was the moment I was like, okay, this team could be pretty good. Like we got rolled in that spring versus them. It wasn't even close. Like 54, it could have been worse than that. It was like, so then to come back and to win that game, you know, that was huge. You know, I'm really jacked up for that after that one.
3rd and goal at the 2 for Lincoln.
2 plays to get it in.
They're going to run it out of the gun. Man in motion. Carson gets the pitch. Looks for the hole. He's in for the touchdown.
All right.
6 points Lincoln. Keon Carson from 2 yards out.
That was a huge one. That's definitely one. That night, Cameron Whiteman set the school record for receptions in a game. Caught the game winner with like 3-point-something seconds left. That was a big win for our team. That definitely set the tone.
Collinsville leads it over the Rail Splitters 28-24. 7.6 seconds.
5 or 6 seconds.
Posgay calling the play in the huddle. 2 receivers to each side. Bogdanich stays in the backfield to block for Posgay. Horsham on the snap to Posgay. Looks for the end zone. Caught.
He's in.
Touchdown Lincoln. Touchdown Lincoln. Rail Splitters get the touchdown. That's Whiteman. Posgay threw it with 3.2 seconds. Whiteman kept his feet in bounds, caught it walking the tightrope, and they're so excited they knocked Posgay down along the sideline, and Lincoln scores with 3.2 seconds left on the clock.
That was a big win for us. That was one I didn't know if we can get that one. They were super athletic. They were really big up front. Our kids definitely rose to the occasion that night. They definitely wanted that one. I think they knew they needed it to have a chance. And yeah, I think we ran for like 400 yards that night. We had 99-yard touchdown drive that week. So yeah, that was a big one for us. That was a really big win for our team that year.
4th and 9. Claudio here to the near side, the wideout. Pardon me, Gully. Pass complete.
Get the first. Yes,
First down and more along the sideline. Where did he step out at? Great play there. At the 9. Johnston's got the snap. I think he kept it. Johnston kept it.
No. Keeler.
Keeler's
it. Touchdown.
Touchdown, Rail Splitters. And the Rail Splitters finally lead it, Coach. That's a copper and oak touchdown for the Rail Splitters.
That was a 98-yard drive. Bob started an own 2-yard line.
Awesome call.
I remember the night before I thought we had a really good Thursday practice. I thought like the week leading up was good, but I remember that Lanphier week, and we had another coach on our staff at the time, Coach Greg Kindle. Like he at one point, I remember he said like Lanphier is the game we can win, and like okay, I think it's MacArthur, but he ended up being right. But I thought that Thursday was really good, and I remember saying something to Mr. Pelker that Friday, like, hey, we had a really good practice today. I feel good about tonight, and things went well, and I was watching it today on Huddle and kind of prepping my for today with you, and it was just like, okay, yeah, like we did some really good things there. Our kids were able to pick, like we ran, we were doing spread stuff, then we were under center I formation running some stuff. We were in our single wing package that we ran a lot of back then, and we were bouncing in and out of all three, and even on a single drive, and I was like, man, like we couldn't have done that early on. So it was like, I was looking back at that, like, man, I was really happy and proud of our kids that night. And a couple kids made some, Gage Wilson made a really big play on 3rd down on their final drive, and Alex Linares made a really big play on 4th down. And I just remember we came back inside after the game. We used to kind of meet the kids in the gym after the game back then, and, just the thrill, the excitement of our kids, and, it was awesome. It was incredible. Obviously the field storming that night too, and it was just really cool. And personally, it was like, okay, that's kind of like that moment, like, okay, I can do that. Like, we can do this. We can, get some things going here. And so, yeah, that was really cool.
Lincoln comes to the line of scrimmage. And takes a knee.
It's nice to get into victory formation for a change.
Sure is.
Take that knee and let the clock run, and it's running. I think they may have one timeout left, but they may choose not to use it here because it won't do any good anyway. It's just going to run out.
Lincoln Rail Splitters 21 and the Lanphier Lions 20. And you're right, Coach, the clock's going to run down. Fans all on their feet here at Hanlon Field in the bleachers. And the Lanphier Lions starting to make the walk across the field. And it's official. It's all over. The Rail Splitters win it 21-20, and the Rail Splitters celebrate. And now they're going out to shake hands, and the kids are running on the field. But the Rail Splitters are shaking hands with the Lanphier Lions. Final score, Lincoln Rail Splitters 21 and the Lanphier Lions 20.
I just remember our kids just played the game of their lives. It's just things that, we had 0 penalties, which was huge. Something I say a lot to our kids, and even now, and always have, and wherever I end up, I always will. Is if you get an opportunity to make a play, you got to make a play. And our kids, all 3 phases of the game that night, when they had an opportunity to make a play, they made a play, and that was huge.
3rd and 2, 3:25 for the game. Stevens has got the snap. Hands off, Bunner, left side.
No. Field goal. We got touchdown.
We got touchdown. Bunner for the touchdown for the Rail Splitters. The offensive line opened up a tremendous hole for Peyton Bunner. Bunner, the junior, 6-foot, 200-pounder, hits the pay dirt. And this is the victory formation for the Rail Splitters.
There you
Stevens takes the knee.
Starts clock, gets it over.
With the score, Lincoln 41, Jacksonville 28 on senior night. They'll remember this forever underneath the full moon here at Hanlon Field.
Yeah, for a lot of reasons, but the biggest reason is their 5th win of the year.
They played a great game. They had to play a great game against Jacksonville. You'd have to say Jacksonville was probably the favored team coming in, but the Rail Splitters defended their honor here at Hanlon Field.
one cool thing about tonight is on offense they did it in the air. Coach Sokowski just getting drenched by his team. So that's a great celebration out there. A lot of students out there, the team, of course, coach and staff, and they're enjoying this one.